Hello students. So today we are going to start a new chapter, that is string handling, lecture 1. So in this chapter we are going to study about the string, what is a string, how to create a string, the different ways of creating a string, and then we will be doing the methods of string class. There are several methods we are going to know. We will see the syntax, the working of the methods, the signature of the function, the return type of the function, how they work with various examples. Okay, so let's begin our lesson for today. Yes, so first let's understand what basically a string is. As all of you know, that a string is a class in java.lang package. It is a class present in default package, that is java.lang. And as per the definition, you can also say that a string is nothing but group of characters enclosed within double quotes. And it is also one of the composite or non-primitive data type, right? So these are the possible definitions you can be asked for a string data type. Okay, so let's go to the next topic, creating a string. Now, there are different ways of creating a string, some of which you're already familiar with. So let's learn all the ways of creating a string. The first one is using a string literal. The first one is using a string literal or a string constant. So as you know that string is group of characters enclosed within double quotes. So whenever you want to assign a string to a variable, we directly create it like this using a string constant. Like when you want to assign the value directly to the variable, you can use the first way, that is through string constant or string literal. Only thing you need to remember is the characters, the group of characters of the string are to be enclosed within double quotes. So you need to put the string within double quotes and assign it to a variable of type string. Make sure you write S of string as capital because it also denotes a class name, and as per the conventions, all class name begin with capital letter. Okay, so that is first way of creating a string. Now coming to the second way of creating string, using new keyword. So the second way is using, as I told you, string is a class. So it has two constructors, that is the default constructor and a parameterized constructor. So you can also create a string using one of those constructors. Let's see the first way. Now here, when I write string s is equal to new string, and if I say SOPS, this will create a null string. Null string is something like a string is there, but it is an empty string, contains no character. Like in int, when we assign sum equal to 0, whenever you use a variable s for storing the sum, we initialize s with 0. So s contains a value, but it's 0. Something like that. Here, string s is equal to new string will create a string, but the string is an empty string called null string. Now, the second way through new keyword is using this parameterized constructor of a string. So when we write string s is equal to new string and pass a string as a parameter, and if we write SOPS, it will assign this argument to the s. Therefore, you will see Java as an output because this parameterized constructor, the parameterized constructor of string can accept an string and assign it to the variable. So this is second way of creating a string using new keyword. Fine. So the second one was using new plus the constructors of string class, the default constructor and the parameterized constructor. Okay. Then coming to the third way of creating string is using character array. Now here this array is a new concept. Those who are familiar will be able to understand it. Otherwise, you can just put it on hold. Now, since it is one of the way of creating string, just try to understand a bit of it. Like here, this is a character array containing 4 characters J, A, V, A. Okay, this is a character array. Array is nothing but something which contain elements of same data type, group of homogeneous set of elements. Okay, so if we pass this character array as an argument to the string constructor, string s is equal to new string, and we are passing this array name as a parameter to the string. And when we say SOPS, it will convert all the characters of the character array into a string form. Fine. So this is the third way of creating a string. Okay, so total there are 3 ways of creating string: using string literal or constant, using new keyword and the string constructors, and the third one is using character array. Okay, so this is with respect to creating of the string. So next class I will be starting the various methods of string class, 5 of which we will be completing now. Just a minute. Yeah, so coming back to methods of string class. Now here we will be learning different methods of string class one by one. Now let's consider this as an example for executing various string methods. Let's say string s is equal to Java. Okay. Now here there is a index concept, like every character of the string is given an index value which always begin with 0. Okay. The index of the first character of the string is always 0 and it goes on. So J is 0, A is 1, V is 2, A is 3. Fine. Now coming to the first method, which is length function. See, all the functions are followed by parenthesis, which denotes that it is a method. Okay, so the first function length, it returns number of characters of a string. So how do we use it? Whenever you want to call any string functions, you will be using the object name. The S is an object of class string here. So you can say S is a variable or S is an object. So here you will be calling length function through the object variable S. So S dot length, here S refers to this string. Wherever I'm using S, S is referring to the string declared initialized here. Fine. So when I say SOPLN S dot length, so length function will find number of characters of the string S, which is, if you count, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are total 4 characters in string S. Therefore, the output you will get when length method is applied on S will be 4. Fine. So length gives you number of characters. Always start counting the characters from 1. Okay, natural numbers also known as counting numbers. So when you count, you always begin with 1. Don't get confused with the index. Index will always remain, the index of j will always be 0. But in length, we will be counting number of characters, which is 4 in this case. Now coming to the second method, which is toLowerCase. Now this toLowerCase is used to convert a given string to a lowercase characters. So if you apply this s dot toLowerCase, the output you will get will be JAVA. It will convert the string s into lowercase. So if it is in uppercase, you will see the change. But if your s is already in lowercase, then you will not see the change and it will display the same string in lowercase. It will convert only the letters into lowercase. And if you have characters like digits or any special symbols, they will remain same. Now, toUpperCase, the third method, works similar to lowercase method. Here, it will convert the given string to uppercase. So in this case, all the characters of string s will get converted into uppercase, resulting in string Java in uppercase. Now the fourth method is charAt. This charAt method accepts the index value and returns the character at the specified index. Okay, so here s.charAt 2. So 2 is the index position in S, which is referring to the letter V. Therefore, s.charAt2 will return a character that is V. So whatever is the result method returns will decide the return type of the method. See, in previous method, the returning value was a string. So return type is string. Here the length was 4. So the return type is int. So you need to be very clear with what value the method returns. So charAt accepts the index and returns the character at that particular index value. The last method for today, indexOf. Now indexOf will accept the character and returns the index position. Fine. So this indexOf function starts checking for a character from left to right. It will start searching in forward direction and it will return the first occurrence of the letter A in string S. So here I am directly taking the string literal Java instead of s dot. You can do it in any way. You can use a variable or the string literal directly to call any string method. So when I apply index of A to Java, it will start searching for A from the beginning, finds it here. And what is the index of this? This is 1. So your output for the first bit will be 1. Hope it is clear. And yeah, so let me repeat it once again. Index of method accepts a character and returns the index, the integer index of the character passed as an argument. It will start searching in forward direction from left to right. Okay. So in the first example, it will return 2. The first occurrence of the specified character in given string is given. So, okay, so this answer will be, one second. This will be index of A in Java is 1. So the output will be 1 because the index of the first occurrence of A in Java is 1. So the 1 will be the answer. Now coming to the second form of indexOf, it accepts more than one type of argument. It accepts a character and an integer, wherein it will start searching for the occurrence of A from second position onwards or second index onwards. So when you apply this, the output in this case will be 0, 1, 2, 3. It will be 3 because it will start searching for A, the character A from second index onwards. So it finds the A here, giving the answer 3. Okay, and the third way, the indexOf method also accepts a string as an argument. So if this string is present in the main string in the same sequence, then it will return the index of the very first character of the specified string in the given string. So it will be 0. Okay, only thing is make sure this argument is in the same order as given in the main string. Yeah. Yes. So if it is JAV, you can see the sequencing is same. It is in the same order. So if it is matching, then indexOf returns the index of the very first character in the given string, which is 0. Okay. And the last one, indexOf Z. If there is any character which is not in the given string, then it will always return -1 as an answer. So you can even, if I give, for example, AVJ as a string argument, then VAJ is not in the same order here. So even for this, the answer returned will be -1. So index of any character which is not in the given string will give the output as -1. Okay. Yeah. So you need to practice all these in BlueJ. Just once you understand, just take a simple class. You can just take simple class, create the method public static void, etc. And here just write the function names like this. You can write s dot or you can accept a string as a parameter here, and s dot charAt. One second. Okay, so the point is you can just create a class, a method, and inside the method you can take one string variable and apply these methods and get to understand all of them very clearly. Okay, so there are another few more methods we'll be completing next class. And once we are done with all these functions, you have to be very thorough with all these functions. Then we start doing programming based on these string methods. Okay, so with this, we come to the end of today's class. Thank you so much.